Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Whispered hopes turned into roars. Mountains moved by steady hands. In the sea of endless stars, we command and take our stand. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Whispered hopes turned into roars. Mountains moved by steady hands. In the sea of endless stars, we command and take our stand. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Tonight's the night we claim our fate. No more silence, no more wait. With every step we elevate, creating worlds we celebrate. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. We started with a spark in a world so dark and plain. Now we're lighting up the night, making magic from our veins. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Whispered hopes turned into roars. Mountains moved by steady hands. In the sea of endless stars, we command and take our stand. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Whispered hopes turned into roars. Mountains moved by steady hands. In the sea of endless stars, we command and take our stand. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Tonight's the night we claim our fate. No more silence, no more wait. With every step we elevate, creating worlds we celebrate.
Welcome to Liberty Tonight, the only pro-liberty late-night variety show. Hosted by Brian Piotr and starring King Libertarian. Special guests, hilarious commentary, skits, gags, and more fun are just ahead. And here's Brian.
Hey everybody! Welcome to Liberty Tonight. I'm your host, Brian Piotr, and we have a wonderful party for you. There's been a lot going on. The Department of Education's been shut down, and everything is going as planned. All right. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, and sovereign citizens, stash your crypto and silence your cell phones. It is time to hear from the king. The king who reigns Libertopia with 3D printed guns and gold. This king, this sovereign has deregulated his own cholesterol, and he makes cops pay ticketers with Bitcoin. I once heard that he wrote taxation is theft on his diaper. And he sues the wind itself for trespassing in his HOA. He is here to dictate his beliefs onto you and enforce his feelings upon the world. Stand up, ye minions of the free market. Ditch your helmets and scream for the crowned crusader, the king of capitalism, your sovereign, King Libertarian.
Hear ye, I'm King Libertarian, benevolent dictator of libertarianism, slayer of statists, hater of bureaucrats, lover of Doge, and all-around badass monarch. Now silence, peasants, your king is speaking. This week was one for surprises, as we kicked off the March Madness Basketball College Tournament, a sporting event in which only the most non-life-having sports fans know way too much about hundreds of lanky yet coordinated college students. This week marks the first time the right wing was mad someone wasn't gay since Ryan Seacrest. It was revealed that Harry Sisson has a roster of up to 11 women he's been sexting with. Harry had a good thing going until his ego got the better of him. Classic mistake for a young lad. He posted a taunting picture of a girl sitting on his lap, flashing the camera with a bird, to which the other 10 girls said, "Who the F this bitch?" For the first time since 1963, conspiracy theorists had finally shut the hell up about the JFK assassination. Some 80,000 pages to sift through, our armchair researchers and amateur sleuths finally had something to chew on, while the rest of us said, "Too long, didn't read, just tell me if you found out who really killed Kennedy." Deranged leftists continue to destroy Teslas and harass their owners. This would be the first time environmentalists use fossil fuel to light electric cars on fire. I say the only sensible thing to do now is to give illegal immigrants green cards if they agree to guard Tesla dealerships. Yeah, it's a good idea. Be full of heart, dear peasants, but also stay frosty, for the shrill call of the leftists is the loudest just before death. How much louder can the shrill go? I'm afraid we haven't heard the highest of the screeches. But know their bagpipe full of farts will soon exhaust. We'll be enjoying long-term peace very soon. Your king has spoken. Now back to Squire Brian.
Welcome back, everybody, to Liberty Tonight. The Department of Education, it's come, it's gone, it's never coming back. It's going to be a win for everybody. Take that. Just like our WWE Department of Education Secretary, the last one ever. Oh, man, it's going to be a good week, isn't it, King? How are you doing, sir?
I am well, Squire Brian. How art thou?
How art I? This has been the best week. The most incredible week. I can see all the teachers crying on TikTok. And maybe shedding a tear on Instagram. And it's wonderful. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go homeschool your kids, everybody. All right. So, King,
Yes.
here's Donald Trump doing it.
Let's see it.
Should I do this?
I love the setup. He takes a whole classroom worth of kids, has them in there staged for a photo op. Beautiful.
That little desk, that little resolute desk.
Very good for the country. And I said, let's use that same pen. I don't know. Is anybody superstitious? Ron, are you superstitious?
Okay, no
Imagine
more.
him sitting in the back of an elementary school like Billy Madison, just very nice. You teach so well.
Oh man, another promise made and a promise kept, and I'm sure there are
That's right.
libertarians out there blackpilling about all of this.
That's right. Yeah, no, there's well, I call hall monitor libertarians who, yes, are saying, well, technically it's still going to be that he said he would abolish it day one, but it basically ceases to exist. It only is a shell of his former, but it's not abolished though. Yeah. The Department of Education, one of the worst institutions that have ever been hoisted upon this nation. Ever since then, we've just spent more money, and our kids are dumber than ever. Great job. Promise given. Promise given, promise kept. Doge forever.
I think we got one more of the same thing. Here's the Department of Education under the grave.
Yeah. Donald Trump did it. Donald
Yeah,
Trump did
I
it.
feel like everything that Ron Paul wanted to do, Trump is wanting to do also. I'm not saying he can do it all with the Congress that's up against him, but he's doing his darndest. He's trying his hardest, guys. He can't do everything without Congress. What's funny is this weird situation where Thomas Massey has a bill to end the Department of Education and no Republicans will support it. Then Trump signs an executive order to do the same thing and all the Republicans support it. It's the worst kind of signaling from these Republicans.
Yeah, it's terrible, and the irony of the whole thing is that Donald Trump is teaching these teachers a lesson. the ultimate con man, they think, is the one that's is showing them the door. Good thing that we have our top 10 coming up.
Liberty tonight.
We do have the top 10. It's going to be the top 10 list
Top
of things that
10 list.
bureaucrats are doing now to fire. The top 10 coming up here.
Liberty
right
tonight.
now.
Top
For you.
10
Yeah, I pressed the button. Press
list.
the button. I pressed the button.
Ow. Okay. All right.
All right. So we're
Yeah,
doing the
top
top
10.
10. We're doing the top 10.
Yes. We got the intro. Yes.
Beautiful intro. The top 10.
Yes. I forgot I made this. New intro for our segments. Here we go. All right. Top 10. List of things the Department of Education bureaucrats can do now that they are fired. Number 10. Start an accounting firm where they're only using Common Core math. What do you think, Brian? Are they gonna keep many clients using Common Core for their accounting practices?
Okay, number 9. Become motivational speakers for plants.
All right. Yes. They'll have a lot of impact there, encouraging those leaves to grow. All right. Top 10 things Department of Education bureaucrats can do now that they're fired. Number 8, open a barbershop in which everyone gets the same standardized haircut. Yes, the Kim
Okay.
Jong-un. That's that one cut.
No, number 7 for things that the Department of Education employees can do. Write a memoir, Crayons and Corruption: How I Ruined Your Kid's Future.
it like a bureaucrat to just brag about it, right? Yeah, you gotta flaunt your own failures, or you might be held accountable. Number 6, start a podcast called No Job Left Behind. Ooh, that was a little Bush era joke there, if you're all familiar with that. Number 5.
Oh man. Guys, heads up. The sound effects and this music and everything I have playing feels so much louder today. And I'm trying to figure out why. Do you guys agree? Like, am I crowing crazy? Let me know in the chat. I see our
Yeah.
fearless leader, AP for Liberty, says meth is for poors. I don't know. I feel like if you're rich, you can do meths as well. You can definitely
look at,
become rich.
Look at Hunter.
Yeah, look at Hunter.
Although
Okay, number 6, start a podcast called No Job. Number 5, binge watch Sesame Street and Barney to see where they went wrong.
yes.
Take notes.
Yeah. Big Bird could show you a thing or two. All right, top 10 things Democrat or Department of Education bureaucrats could do that if they're fired. Number 4, attend the Bureaucrats Anonymous support group for other worthless government workers. Yes. Do we really want them gathering though, and congealing again? I don't know, but something for them to do.
All right, number 3, get hired as human scarecrows. Since doing nothing is the only thing they're skilled at.
There's a field of need for a useless body to scare off some birds. All right, number 2, appear on My Strange Addiction, in which they are obsessed with kids that can't read.
I don't get this joke.
Have you never seen the show?
No.
Okay, so there's a show. All right, there's a show on TLC of all places. I can tell that you probably don't even watch TLC at all because you would instantly know what this is. So TLC also features My 900-Pound Life and Hoarders and things like that. So My Strange Addiction is a show about people that are addicted to strange things. For instance, one guy likes having sex with his car. There's a lady that wants to eat chalk. So yeah. For everyone in the chat and for Brian Piotr, that's what that's about. All right, back to the top 10. Top 10 reasons, top 10 things Department of Education bureaucrats can do while they're fired. Number 1, what is it, Brian?
Apply at the DMV where their talent for paperwork might actually fit in. It's just another government job. They don't need to be in another government job.
They technically provide a service, though. Technically.
All right. That
Fine.
was the top 10. And now
That's
we're back.
right.
All
That's
right.
right.
Well,
Brian.
just to get you all amped up, what do you have? What can we give the crowd to amp them up just a little bit? How about Freebird on the recorder? You're welcome, everybody.
Let's hear the chat. Let's hear some Freebird. I want to see some birds in the chat. Fly, liberty tonight, birds. That's America right there. Oh. He probably just got out of the Taco Bell drive-through line. He went to Costco earlier and got a pallet of bacon. And he's going to watch March Madness every game. 68 teams.
Okay, I can't
14,000
handle the whole
rounds.
song. I can't handle the whole song. I took the recorder in maybe first grade, and I promise you, I cannot do this.
Oh, man.
Everybody keeps telling me I'm louder. I agree. I've moved my mic down, my volume down on my mic a lot.
I don't know what's going on tonight. We implement new things and things just go crazy. We got the intro, we got the spinning wheel, the wheel of punishment, which we haven't even told you about. But we have some Rumble rants. Fiery Waco $1. I'm addicted to $1 Rumble rants. Well, good. Keep them coming. It's like a strip club in here. Well, Drew Van Runkle, $1 towards the new mic fund. Thank you so much for the
All
Rumble
right.
rants.
Let's share the wheel with him, King. How's this work?
Yes, this is the wheel of punishment, everybody. This is the wheel of punishment. So, if we get to our milestone amount in Rumble rants for the episode, we will spin the wheel of punishment, and whatever it lands on, we will do for 5 minutes. So, for instance, it says K for King, speak in rhyme. For 5 minutes, I will have to speak in rhyme, or talk like I have a speech impediment, or talk in a bad accent, or like a girl for 5 minutes. You want to hear me talk like a girl for 5 minutes?
No.
Get $50 in Rumble rants, and we'll spin the wheel, and hopefully it lands on that roulette for you. Or better, Brian Piotr talking in a French accent. Oui, oui. I want to hear that.
I'm not sure it can be done, but it can be attempted.
Don't you want to hear that? Don't you want to see that? Let's get some chats going here. If you are new here, I see some new names, or maybe names that I haven't seen in a while. We are Liberty Tonight, where freedom never sleeps. We are on 9 to 11 Central every Thursday, following the great and wonderful Danielle at Culturama, and then also further following about 12 hours earlier, the Wake Up America show with Austin Peterson. ForLibertyShop.com is where our shop is. And yeah, so we are $48 into $50, and we will spin the wheel of punishment however many times that occurs. Yeah, thank you to everyone for joining us tonight. And Comer Bear says in the chat, join us in the chat. Punish me, my king. I've been such a wicked animal. Throw me into the stocks. I think you actually might like that, so we'll see. All right.
I do want to take a moment to thank Kermode Bear for posting pictures of his goat. Or her goat. I still don't know what kind of bear this is.
What are your pronouns, Comer Bear? Are you a roar and gur, or what?
There's baby goats to be had. You send us in pictures of your animals, and we will try to post them for you. And this is important stuff, guys. This is our community. You know,
Right.
These are our furries on the right. The left have a different kind of furry. Ours more traditional, but
yeah, ours is plant husband or animal husbandry.
that's
Actual animals.
Commode Bear says those are Sally and Smitten. Great names. And are they the kind of goat you eat later, or milk, or just fun? Just yoga goats? I'm sure there's plenty of different kinds of goats.
Nigerian dwarf goats.
Oh man! So while you were having goats, the Democrat Party has continued to implode. Here is what's been going on.
Latest NBC News national poll finds that a majority of registered voters, 55%, have a negative view of the party, while 27%, just over a quarter of registered voters, have a positive view of the party. That's the party's lowest rating in NBC News polling dating back to 1990. Meanwhile, though, a new CNN SSRS poll finds the Democratic Party's favorability rating at just 29%, a record low, going back to 1992, and a drop of 20 points since January of 2021. What's more, just 63% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning independents have a favorable view of their own party, down 9 points from January and 18 points from the start of the Biden administration.
I know that like 1 in 4 people have herpes, so herpes is more favorable than the Democrat Party right now. What else, Brian? What do you think? What I don't know. Hemorrhoids? Maybe not a quarter of people like hemorrhoids.
I'd say the IRS.
Yeah. Acid reflux? I don't know.
Thanks, Mo Bear, for $5.
It's great to see.
Showing off our goat, $7 into the evening.
Woo! All right. The wheel of punishment may doth be upon us very soon, Brian.
All right, all right. Here's a picture hung up of the president that went in between the two Trumps. Posted by Donald Trump. The guy's trolling his predecessor. Never stops. Guys, people hand him memes. He knows what to do with the memes. They go on the internet. That's what happens when you hand me memes. That's what the president of the United States does. Man, the guy's crushing it. You see, he took the Declaration of Independence and hung it up in the White House, in the Oval Office. He's doing what he wants. He's putting gold places. He's moving documents and paintings, and he's acting like he's Mar-a-Lagoing the White House, which is great. This is what Mar-a-Lago really needed, or White House really needed.
Yes, I mean, everyone talks about how, we could have had the first woman president. We could have had the first woman of color president. I mean, we had the first robot president. Like, why aren't we, celebrating the advancement of the biological cyborg race that clearly dominates our society? Yeah, and in this tweet, it was copied from True Social, and then JD Vance shared it. 117 million views of this very hilarious meme. That's how you change the zeitgeist. That's how you get the Democrat Party to disfavorability, being less popular than herpes. Great job. Great job, JD Vance.
Donald Trump's come out and tweeted that all of those pardons, they're void. I don't recognize them. I'm going after you guys. This is freaking
That's correct.
Baller stuff.
I mean, in the chat, do you if those pardons were auto-signed, do you think that it should be good? Even if he says, no, I consented to those signatures. Yeah. What do you think?
Hey, Jordan, is there a gain on your microphone?
No.
Okay. I've got you maxed out as high as I can take it. So that's as loud as the king will be tonight, guys.
That's it. I don't know. We had all the audio and everything. We don't change anything over here. My castle is firm. My my moat is untouchable. My drawbridge draweth constantly. We doth not know what perplexes our electronic machines.
I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good about it. It looks like they're level to me when we're both talking. So, anyways, here's Trump in a bizarre moment. President of the United States.
This is actually pretty fun.
Good. And I go back 5 minutes later, he's
But is Barron's aptitude, in your view, business or politics?
maybe technology. He can look at a computer. I try turning off his car, turn it off. I turn off his laptop. I said, oh, good. Now, and I go back 5 minutes later, he's got his laptop. I said, how'd you do that? None of your business, Dad. No, he's got an unbelievable aptitude in technology.
But is Barron's aptitude, in your view, business?
Wow.
Oh, man, but isn't that every interaction with a teenager? None of your business, Dad.
You just told the president of the United States, the most famous person on earth. Get out of my face, Dad. Idiot. You don't know anything.
It's got to be tough being Barron Trump. I mean,
yeah.
You don't know. You have to assume that every woman on the planet is out there trying to catfish you and videotape you and ruin your life and sell the story to a tabloid. So you can't trust anybody. You basically are chaperoned by a bunch of guys in suits everywhere you go. There's no partying, there's no drinking, there's no going to nice dinners and making friends. It's just it's got to be an isolated.
Called an oddity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, my dad's my grandpa, and he doesn't know. he's amazed by me turning on and off a computer. Yeah, like too. He's just
Oh.
like, all right, Grandpa, Dad,
Dude,
just back up.
by the way, it's been hidden for years, decades even, and Amazon Prime has brought The Apprentice on streaming service. So my wife and I started watching season 1, episode 1 of The Apprentice, and it is hilarious to see Donald Trump from 20 years ago, like literally 21 years ago when The Apprentice aired, and
Yeah,
it was shot and filmed all in his own house, like where he lived. So he just had to come down a few floors, do a 5-minute scene, and then
Really?
leave for the day. He's not that involved in the show. So he just comes in to like find out who's good and who's bad and fire somebody, and then that's it. It's mainly a drama show about the people that are in the thing. So
right.
most
Hey, I
easiest
had
way to
never seen
mail
it.
in a TV show ever and still make it all about you.
The man's efficient, if nothing else.
Yeah,
That's-
absolutely.
That's so Trump too,
hilarious.
though. Just roll in and just fire somebody. I'm like, all right, give me my check. Most successful TV show in history.
Great
I
show.
barely touched it.
Fantastic show. Then Arnold came in, just ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. I'll let you know how it goes as I go through the seasons.
Yeah, I'm gonna
so
watch it too.
let's keep going. Kevin O'Leary on CNN. He's another guy on CNN that I can't believe they keep letting him on because he's just crushing them every single time he
Yes.
goes on.
And we here. I tried to curate this. I try to get our weekly dose of Kevin O'Leary knowledge. Now that he's become so head on his shoulders, which he always has been. But in particular, at the end of this video, I think is the most important thing he says.
I think go back to point one. When you set a car on fire, you should go to jail. You're a criminal.
Any car,
I don't think we have to
actually.
talk
Yeah,
about it
not
in
just
any other
Tesla.
context. And all those cars have cameras in them, and those dealerships have cameras.
Yeah.
You're beyond being stupid when you do that. You're going to go to jail, and you now have a government that just got their mandate. They can't wait to find idiots that do this. You're going to spend 5 to 20 years in prison. If they get them on terrorism, which I think is a stretch, they will have no parole, no shortened sentence. They'll rot in hell in prison for 20 years. And frankly, as far as I'm concerned, that's okay.
Putting dumb liberals in prison. With bukaleleing them.
Yes. Yeah. It's
Oh, by the way, I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
if
The
you go ahead, sir. You go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I don't think it got to that part, but at the end he talks about Tim Walz, bringing up the Tesla stock on stage and saying like, "Yay!" I look at it and I get a little flurry in my panties whenever I see the Tesla stock going down. And he brings up here is like, that Minnesota, like 3% of the pension is Tesla stock, right? Like, so you cheering this is literally like screwing over your own constituents. You reveling in bringing down a truly innovative, truly American company that hires thousands of Americans and makes the only successful EV brand in the world.
Oh no, BYD also.
You're beyond stupid.
Yeah, the only successful American EV brand, BYD being very successful, the number one selling EV brand in the world, but in China and Europe because they're not allowed in the US. Because we have protectionism. We're a bunch of
That's
commies over here. I mean, you can't blame us
Hopefully, we have
anyways.
free trade with everybody soon.
Hey guys, this is Liberty Tonight. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We love you all. It's a beautiful night. We are here every Thursday night, 10 p.m. to midnight. If you're new, come in here. Don't be a stranger. Talk to us on rumble.com/Liberty Night. Come join the chat. Follow our show. Like it. Share it with your friends. That is the only way we're going to grow. We're committed to giving you top-notch content and commentary and maybe even a little bit of news if you happen to glean a little bit. So here's an off-the-wall take that you're not going to see anywhere else, and that is why we should keep women in men's sports or men in women's sports.
You do? Yeah.
some man in there.
Yeah, just fucking show up. That's fucking great.
But here's what they should though on the TV. It should every now and then to say have an arrow say this is a man.
They need to start doing like Monday Night Football intros for every female sport.
Oh,
so you can
I like
tell.
that. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's like, hi, I'm Mary. I went to UCLA. Frank, Purdue.
Oh yeah,
that's the one there. No wonder he's got 48 points in the first half.
Yeah, he's like Rick, Women's College of Design, Wesleyan. You're like, what?
I have been
no one watches
long-
women's sports anyways. It'll only make it funnier.
Yeah, I have long been in support of a alternative league, a modified league, where like, you know, back in the 90s when Barry Bonds and all these guys just slamming homers were getting in trouble because they were clearly on steroids. Men and women's sports, let's just do a modified league where juice up, shoot whatever. I want, if it's performance enhancing and you're already an athlete, I want to see the most enhanced human being that can possibly be created, and then watch them.
We've talked about
spectacles.
Have we? I'm having deja vu. Have we talked about the enhanced games?
Have we?
They are doing this.
I don't remember yesterday.
Like Peter Thiel and others are raising money behind a venture-backed company called Enhanced Games, and they're starting with 5 sports: swimming, running, whatever, jumping, and I don't know, 5 sports, and you're allowed to do whatever. It's all it's wide open to do all the drugs you want. They are not going to judge you on what you're doing, but they are going to give you a physical to check that you won't die on the field. So that you're going to get like an EKG, and I don't know. I don't think it's exactly clarified exactly what you're going to test. But then they're going to offer big prize pools. They're not going to do all the sports that don't make money. It's just the sports that make money. I think one of them is going to be like boxing or UFC or Ultimate Fighting.
Yeah, you got to have a fighting one.
Combat sport. But it's going to be just big prize pool, big bonuses for world records, and just go crazy, guys. So
yeah,
they're going to put in money to attract all the best athletes and get them to go dirty. Or at least go public for being dirty, because they're already dirty, guys.
I mean, do you want to be the best ever? You have to dope. You have to go on steroids. Like, can you imagine cycling or running where blood doping is legal, and like they're running on like 150% blood oxygen level, and they're just like they're running like just full sprints for like 30 miles, and they're not even out of breath. I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to see.
Drew Van Winkle says he wants to see people dying on the field. Yeah, I think it's got to be a pay-per-view for that, because advertisers are not going to want to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe some advertisers will. But you know who won't like this?
Let's do it.
I know who will not like these games. White women with college degrees.
That's right.
Because they really, really don't like Donald Trump and masculine things in general.
Is on the left politically, aligned with progressive causes, Democratic politics. Give you an example here. It's that DEI question, right here, that we asked about in our poll. We had 2 big statements we read to voters. Basically, do you want to continue DEI programs, or do you think they should be ended? And again, look at this divide here. White men, no degree, end it. White men with a degree, end it, they say. White women, no degree, end it, they say, by double digits. And then white women with a college degree, completely different by a...
Is that just because they get into college with DEI? Do they qualify as diverse just for being women? I don't know.
I don't think so. I've said this in one of our first episodes. I demanded that once Kash Patel became FBI director, which he is now, that he investigate what this is. And this is just further proof. I don't remember what the evidence was that we submitted to Kash before about the dangers of these white women, but Yes. What disease hath corrupted their minds? What's is there evil spirits? Is it aliens?
I don't understand. I don't understand. Why is it that going through public school radicalizes the men and women in opposite directions? Like the same experience turns men more and more right wing, and women are like more and more left wing. It's
like
divergent.
we see it, and then we're like, whatever that isn't, but they buy into it. I don't know. They know how to talk to the women there at those universities. Maybe instead of doing like science and like curing cancer, they've just been studying how to brainwash white affluent women to virtue signal as much as possible. I don't know.
I can tell you that I graduated with an aerospace degree, and it was less than 10% women and less than 10% liberal. It was all men and all conservative. I mean, there were libertarians. Like the alternative to being conservative was libertarian. There weren't very many liberals.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly because of math. You can't do math and be liberal.
Oh, that's probably true. You know who also transformed into a white liberal male, a woman, and probably definitely because he's a stand-up comic or was, cannot do math. That's Bill Burr.
Still is a stand-up
What's going on,
comic.
Bill Burr?
Still a stand-up comic, but takes the knee everywhere.
I don't know. It's a weird time when I just feel like someone needs to bring the boiling water down to a simmer, and everybody on both sides. Like if you watch CNN, Fox, you go online, or you listen to politicians, it's all and then you walk out on the street, and someone's like, "Hey, how you doing?" You're like, "Good." So I don't think they're living in like a reality.
But is there anybody getting your ire up these days more than usual?
Nerds.
Yeah.
The nerds that own the politician, all these tech nerds that want to build robots because they don't know how to talk to hot women, they're gonna take over the world. They're gonna take over. They are literally gonna replace us. We're like beta right now, and they're coming out with like the VCR. And I think Elon has got the rockets going because they realize there's other Earths out there, and they're gonna trash this one, and because they don't have any concern for it, and they're gonna move on to the next Earth. And you know, everybody's gonna be standing down here with your blue and red ties, going, "Wait a minute, I was on your side," and they're just gonna leave.
Well, you were talking.
Excuse me, Bill. Has anyone seen pictures of his wife?
Oh, I have not.
Oh my gosh.
So he's saying that nerds are can't talk to the hot women. Yeah. While you pull that up, yeah, he's like take down the temperature.
Here's the picture crowd. Here's him and him having talked to hot women. Represent.
There we go. That's what you're looking for.
I think I'm not being mean to say that he got 1 in 10 reversed. That he went I don't know.
But
maybe
yeah,
it's a celebrity you can trust her because she's not gonna cheat on you. I don't understand, guys. I don't understand.
Yeah.
So maybe you can talk to hot women. I don't know.
Well, I mean, when you look like you're a melted vanilla ice cream cone, yeah, you don't have that many options.
He probably doesn't. He probably doesn't.
No.
But
the humor only gets you so far.
Look, ladies, what is wrong with a man that's going to have a high income and is smart? Like, I was gonna marry the engineer that's making $250K a year at Apple, but instead I went with the gangbanger who didn't graduate high school. Is that what you're supposed to do? I don't understand, Bill. So the gangbanger could talk to girls. Okay, got it.
I go on stage and I talk for an hour. What do? You do your engineering? Oh, your engineering. That's my Bill Burr person. Oh, your engineering. Who cares? Who cares if you put a rocket into space? I talked on stage for an hour. I changed lives, okay? All right. That's my bad, Bill Burr. Sort of. All right, I'll work on it.
Okay. We got one more before be or not to be.
Woo!
Where's Tesla Terrace?
Oh, yeah, you are. I watched you do it through the security cameras, you idiot. Well, it's my right because Elon. It's not your right. It is too, because he's a fascist Nazi and you support Tesla. Cops are on their way. Oh, you think that's going to scare me? Well, you know what? I'm going to film you and post this all over so people know that this guy supports Nazi Elon. He's a Nazi, everybody. Where are you going to post it? Twitter. Everyone's going to see it. Elon owns that too, dipshit. I'm sure he'll appreciate your support. Well, I never thought of that.
Yeah, it's just a little hypocrisy and just emotional retroactivism or reactionism. It's quite hilarious.
All right.
Doing be or not to be?
We should do the be or not to be. But
All
before we
right.
do, everybody, we have the opportunity for you to enjoy some drugs. That is caffeine provided by the Liberty Tonight. Please take a moment, go to the forlibertyshop.com and try Revere's Rebel Roast. I hear it's fantastic. I know the whiskey barrel aged coffee, alternative flavor. Not for everybody. I do think it's really great. But I'd appreciate it if you support us on the show. And for the Rumble Rants, if we get to $50 for the evening, we will do the Liberty Wheel. The Wheel of Liberty? The Wheel of
Punishment.
The Wheel of Punishment.
The Wheel of Punishment. What's the chat saying before we go to be or not be?
Kermode Bear says the whiskey barrel is good. Thank you, Kermode Bear. Thank you. That's the wrong one.
Delicious. Fire Waker says Bill has seen the inside of a few lockers. Yeah, I believe you're correct there. Barney Styles, liberalism is mean girl ideology. You can go shave your back now.
Stop trying to make that happen. That's just never gonna happen.
Barney Styles. Barney never had style. Ugh, that's disgusting. All right.
I won't pretend.
All right.
I won't pretend that I was ever the cool kid. It was never true.
We didn't think you were. All right. Be or not to be. All right. This is our segment, which I will make an intro for. I was gonna make an intro for it. I couldn't. Anyways. So, and this is a participation segment. Everyone in the chat, everyone watching today, if you aren't in the chat yet, log in, give us a follow, come into the chat. I am going to read 4 headlines, and they could all be true, they could all be false, it could be a mix of each, and it's your job in the chat to let us know, is it true or false, or be or not be? And Brian does not know either, so he's going to be guessing, and if I trick you, I'm going to laugh and gloat, and if you don't get tricked, I will make an excuse. All right, first headline. Turtle heading? TSA discovers man smuggling live turtles in his pants. Be or not to be? Did I make this headline up, or is it a true headline? Turtle heading. TSA discovers man smuggling live turtles in pants. Brian?
Seems legit. This just seems like something the TSA has done a bunch of times.
Yeah, a man smuggling live turtles. I don't know why you would need to smuggle them, but what do you think, chat? Kermode says it's B, so false. Fire Wikio thinks it's true. Last second, anybody else? Let's go. Drew, you betcha. I don't think that's an answer. All right, this is true. Yes,
we did
there
it.
Was a man.
We did it, everybody.
It was stopped for, I guess maybe there was some kind of species or something that is endangered. DEI we should probably get rid of endangered species altogether. I think Trump should just do away with them so we can fly turtles without putting them in their pants. All right, number 2, true or false? Be or not be? Woke stars. New Netflix game show tests participants' DEI knowledge. Is that true or false? Chat, what do you think? Woke stars. New Netflix game show tests participants' DEI knowledge. What do you think, Brian? Yeah, have you found anything good to watch on Netflix? This might be a good one for you. What do you think?
I don't have a Netflix
Chat.
subscription. I'm gonna go with this is fake.
False.
But this is also like in a way every game show. Like maybe not ostensibly, but like this is now Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and all sorts of stuff.
All right. All right. This is the B. I fooled nobody.
We did it.
This is a fake headline. All right. All right. I will make a comeback. I promise.
By the way, the filming schedule for Jeopardy is like, come on in, do it all, and you're done. So I think they fit in like a full day of filming. They do tons and tons of episodes, and then go home.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, the same. They actually for like with Gordon Ramsay, the whatever his shows are, they'll do 2 seasons back to back and just split them up. Yes, I am in peril. I have been mortally wounded in this segment, but alas, we are only 50% of the way there. All right, true or false? Gold pooper. Men on trial for theft of 18 karat gold toilet. True or false? This is a real headline. Gold pooper. Men on trial for theft of 18 karat gold toilet. Did somebody try to steal a gold toilet, Brian Piotr? And are they on trial currently? What do you think, chat?
This seems legitimate.
Was it from Trump Tower? Who else has a golden toilet? I don't know. True. Drew Van Bronkel. True. Cremo Bear. True. Brian. True. It is true.
Yeah, 3 for 3.
Man, I'm getting slain like one of my disposable nights. All right. So I am taking some L's tonight, but all for you peasants. All right, last one. B or not B. This is a participation sport. Yeah, Nelson, I got it. I know. All right, number 4, last one. Fired Department of Education worker complains on social media, post rife with the grammatical and spelling errors. Is this true or false? Chat, what do you think? Fired Education Department worker complains on social media, post rife with grammatical and spelling errors. What do you think, Brian? Did a bureaucrat learn nothing?
False.
False. Chat, what do you think? True or false? B or not B? Cremo Bear says true. Last few seconds.
Did I actually finally fix the King's mic?
Chat, say if it's true or not. All right, not the B. So the chat is saying true. Brian says false. This is false.
Yes.
I have some redemption, not with Brian, but with
4 for 4.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for playing. That was B or not B. I will have an intro for it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe next week. I'll work on it. All righty. Whee! We got some more headlines coming up, and then I think we're gonna bring Axel Brones on here in a little while to talk about those pyramids and these mysterious structures that happen to be below them.
Are there aliens? We won't know.
Aliens?
We will find out the truth from Axel Brones when he comes on here to give us the facts. He's got the papers.
That's right. And in America the Beautiful segments where we highlight some of the what makes America beautiful, and then liberal freakouts, and then we have some extras at the end if we need to. And we still have the Wheel of Punishment, where if we raise $50 in Rumble Rants, we will spin the Wheel of Punishment, and whatever it lands on, we will have to abide by 5 minutes. So if you want to hear me talk like a girl, or if you want to hear Brian Piotr do a French accent, we will spin the Wheel of Punishment upon that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Hey, guys, Chucky Schumer's come out on The View as a libertarian.
And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers, my the land in order?
Yep, that's it, everybody. He's a libertarian. Woohoo! He just
We
said,
fixed him.
listen, get that. He's saying, get your hands out of my back pockets.
Woo, Chucky Schumer, thank you.
Thank you, Chucky
You sound
Schumer.
like Ron Paul all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
we appreciate you turning a coat like that. First, you're voting with the Republicans to you know, have this beautiful bill that only has a ton of debt instead of a lot, you know, a metric ton of debt. So great job, Chucky.
Yeah, I can't believe it. You sound just like the guy from Parks and Rec, our favorite mustachioed libertarian, Ron Swanson. Grow a mustache. You deserve it, and then have some burgers too on the grill, because we know you love those.
Okay, so just to date myself, I want everyone to know when I graduated from New Mexico State University, and I got in-state tuition because California and New Mexico had a deal. But even so, I paid $5,000 for a year of education to get a bachelor's of science in aerospace. Things have gone quite a far way from those days. Now they did do this, what this girl's talking about, like nothing's changed, but it was a lot cheaper.
I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but I feel like if I'm paying this much to go to college, we should not be teaching out of textbooks. We should not be saying, okay, read these chapters and then we'll take a quiz on it. Because what am I paying you for? I could have just paid $80 for this textbook and learned it on my own
Or asked
time.
Grok.
You could have just said, hey, if you read all of these books, here's your degree. So, like, explain the I have 2 classes that just, we read the textbook and then we take quizzes or we do a discussion board on it. What am I paying for? It's about $520 per credit hour. Each class is 3 credit hours. That's over $1,500 per class just for you to tell me to read a book every semester. I'm paying over $3,000 this semester for teachers to tell me to read the book. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. School
It's an
is
accreditation scam.
School is a scam in a lot of ways from 100 years ago, where you had to go to school to get the knowledge because it couldn't be found anywhere else. So I had a teacher back in 2011. He had notes from 1980 that you could buy for a couple $100, or you could come to class and copy them off the whiteboard every day in class. He would copy notes from the 1980s and then not speak, not say a word, just copy his notes onto the board until the end of class. When he'd fill up the whiteboards, he'd like go erase the old one and continue writing notes. And you could go to class and do that, or you could pay to have the PDF emailed to you. No joke. Wow. It was a scam back in the day, guys. It's still a scam today. You can learn everything that you could ever want to learn in other very, very, very cheap means, or through actually working. There's no way that a 4-year degree is valuable in any way, except if you get to go to Harvard or Stanford or Yale and you get to become best friends with billionaire kids. That's probably worth it. Not the education.
Just the social aspect.
Yeah, the education's probably not worth it. But if you're like, well, I get to go be best friends with a kid whose dad is worth $15 billion, and then when I want to start my company, I can get a recommendation to go in and meet him because I was his kid's classmate. There's a case to be made for that. But like whatever state university where there's just football, beer, and expensive textbooks, yeah, guys, don't do that. That's a ripoff, 100%. What about you, King?
Yeah,
what are you going to tell your kids?
It's an accreditation scam where you have to meet this level of whatever to have this accreditation. I mean, do people care about what school you went to anymore? Chat, like, have any of you do? I mean, I'm just gonna assume that none of you have college degrees. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, it's. But anyways, you have a college degree and you've been job hunting recently. To like, I've never come across where you had to be from a certain. But I don't know. I don't work in New York City or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like you could just get Phoenix online and nobody would care. I don't know. What do you think, chat? What do you say, Brian?
I think if you have skills, you can get a job. So however you came about those skills, maybe build a portfolio of your coding or your artwork or your marketing material. Start doing it for free, giving it away, find an internship, become good at something, and then turn it into a job or start a business. Like there's none of this go give me the wisdom so that I can be a good office worker for 40 grand a year with 200 grand in debt. You've been had. That is a stupid idea. But by the way, this next video has me very excited because man,
Brian was very excited to talk about this.
So much truth and stupidity at the same time that like this girl, guys, this is a short clip, but listen to this.
Say this as of yesterday officially because it was my birthday. Common question I get when I mention never having a boyfriend is why. I'm gonna lay out a certain scenario that literally explains why being a single person in today's society has become beyond difficult and has us all losing hope every single day. So I'm standing at the bar with my two friends and I'm trying to take a selfie of us in 0.5 literally on my iPhone. This guy sees us taking the selfie and he's like, oh, like, do you want me to just take your picture? Yeah, sure. So he takes our picture and then like he's there with a bachelor party. So he gives the phone to his friend and they're like, can you take our picture? So I'm like taking their picture. And then the guy starts talking to us and he's like, well, why are you guys here? And I was like, oh, we're just doing like a little girls trip. My birthday's tomorrow. And he's like, okay, we need shots. And we're like, okay, yeah, we'll do a shot. He asks what we want. We tell him. He's like, I'm gonna run to the bar really quick and, you know, it's a busy bar. He's like, I'll probably be back in like 30 minutes. We were already like standing in that spot and it was like a good spot. And we're like, yeah, like we'll be here. We're not moving. Eventually we look up, we see he gets a beer for himself. He chugs it. He walks out the back door and just drops the beer in the trash can. But this just speaks to my point as to why being single can be so difficult right now. Like guys will literally say things and they do not have any intention behind their word. I turned 32. Okay. I have been going to bars pretty consistently since the day I turned 21. We're looking at over a decade and never in my life have I had a guy offer to buy me a drink, walk up to the bar and then just disappear. I didn't approach the guy. We didn't approach the guy. We didn't ask the guy to buy us shots. The guy asked why we were there. I said my birthday. I don't expect you to do anything. I didn't even need you to take our picture. Like, I love a good 0.5 selfie. On top of it, like after you tell a girl on her birthday you're gonna get her a drink, you walk away. Like it wasn't even a regular day. Like you did that on my birthday. Why am I single? Because apparently I missed the jump in 2018.
Why is she single, King? Do you want to tell her the truth?
Chat, why do you think she's single? Yeah, surprisingly, she has a lack of the crazy eye. So I believe her when she says she's never had a boyfriend, because if she was still single at this point, but she's had boyfriends, she would have been radicalized. You would have seen it in the eyes. The crazy would be on full notch. So that's why she's a little bit tame here. But yeah, you're 32. You said for the past 10 plus years you've been going to the bar to try to find Mr. Right. Well, guess what? Mr. Right was so hammered that he didn't even remember that he was going to buy you guys drinks and just chugged the beer and left. Or he looked back when he was at the bar at your table and was like, ugh, never mind. I'm getting a beer and I'm getting the hell out of here.
I think this girl has missed some vital information, and I blame her father. And it is
what father?
Here's the problem. Bars may or may not have been a place to meet people in the 80s. I don't know. I never experienced that situation where husbands and wives met each other at bars. That is even back when I was 21. That I still don't know anybody who met at a bar, but I'm sure it happens. That's kind of like saying I keep playing the lottery and I haven't won yet. You're not going to win. It's possible, but I gotta tell you that the odds just suck for you. You should not go to the bar to get married.
No.
So, young lady, you want to meet young single men? It happens on a Saturday morning at a woodworking convention, at a Dungeons and Dragons convention, basically any hobby church on Sundays.
Library.
Look, churches can be a great. That's where I met. I mean, I didn't actually meet my wife there, but we went to the same church and ended up getting married. But there can be a lot of competition for the men that show up to churches. You can find them in a million other places as well. Not at a bar though, not on Tinder, not on any kind of app.
What do you mean by there's competition at church?
As in, there's 60% women at churches. So every single man has two options, at least 2-to-1 options. It's a great place for all young men.
So that's the place you want to go if you're a man.
That is exactly. But you have to be the man those women want also, and then you have options, right? The wrong kind of guy shows up, he's going to have 0 options at a church and be confused about why no one wants to date him. But
my parents, they met in an arranged marriage between 2 royal bloodlines. They were born into a matrimony of power and influence. And when I was conceived, it was actually the angel Gabriel came and blessed that ceremony, and that's why I'm here now. So, I mean, whatever, meet at a bar, meet at church, it's kind of whatever. But to be the second blessed birth and conception, it's kind of hard to beat that. But what about you, Brian? How did your parents meet?
Funny story is, I don't know how they met, but I have a funny story in my family. It runs in my family, and that is they've named each of the kids after where the kids were conceived. And so my older sister's name is Anaheim. My younger sister's name is Milan, and my middle name is Volkswagen.
Are you serious?
No, I can't keep a straight face.
I was like,
I try to keep a straight face.
True.
I'm sorry. Guys.
I am a noble king, but I am a gullible king. I will admit that.
I'm sorry. I owed it to everybody to have a straight face for that joke, and I didn't deliver. So, who knows? I don't know.
Me.
My parents met at a singles group in college, or in their college after college, which is a thing that I also don't know if it exists anymore. So, Fiery Waco is the first male born of a first male born for many generations, and he only had girls, not one son. Not yet. You're still alive. Still got a chance.
Welcome to the male fealty line, Fiery Waco.
Mm-hmm.
It's past the halfway mark here on the show. You want to do some call outs, Brian?
I don't know.
Sling some merch.
Sling some merch.
Say who we are, what we're doing here, and why we're here, and what's coming up.
Guys, it's hard to remember. We are Liberty Tonight. We are 2 young men seeking to entertain and provide for you in all your needs. We want to be your drug dealers, your merch dealer, and your entertainment source. So please provide us with everything that you want so that we can fulfill your needs. And for everything that requires us to be there in person, we will send a telegram. And that person bringing the telegram will be able to do whatever it is that's needed in person. So that's the deal.
That's right.
We have Doge mugs with Ron Paul's face and Elon Musk's face on it, and the Doge and the dog. There's Gulf of America onesies. I know there's only 19 of you. I'm not going to try to hard sell you. I just think all these things are super nice. And we are here every Thursday night, 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern, with no plans to change. We're here to entertain and to become better and better and better. So, anything else? Did I do a good job, King? Lord?
You did. We're at Liberty Tonight, where freedom never sleeps. We're on X, at King Libertarian, at Brian Piotr, for Liberty Network, for Liberty Shop. Yeah, we're building the whole thing. Daily Wire is going down. We're going up, baby. This is a zero-sum game. There's only so many of you, and we're grabbing you up like hungry hippos. I don't know if I actually believe that, but
we're
there's
replacing
space for all of us.
Ben Shapiro with the king of all libertarians.
That's right.
It's
That's right.
just like the Indiana Jones swap for the idol for sand.
Yes.
Yeah,
I am a bag of sand.
And if
weigh
we
almost approximately the same.
And if we fail, AOC is going to throw a rock down on us.
Chris Christie will roll down a tunnel and try to squash us.
Okay, we're in the heart of the show, guys. I think we're in America the Beautiful. What are these segments called? Yeah, we're in America the Beautiful, right? I don't know.
No, we're funny illegal immigrant.
It's just crazy to me.
Just crazy to me that Trump, like, he got right to it. He wasn't even playing around. I thought we were gonna get like a month head start at least, you know. I didn't think he was gonna get it right. He was like, yo, as soon as I get in office, I'm getting rid of the immigrants. But I didn't think he was gonna do it like right away. You know, like when you get home and you're pulling into your driveway and you're thinking about everything you gotta do. You're like, yo, I gotta put in a load of laundry, take out the trash, clean up the kitchen a little bit. But you don't do it all like right away. You put on Netflix, you heat up a meal, you do things in between, you know, you take little breaks. But Trump, he didn't watch no Netflix, bro. He just he got right to it. Everybody on the internet, they've been making fun of this one dude. I don't know if y'all seen that picture. It's a Mexican dude wearing a Latinos for Trump shirt, and he's being arrested by ICE. And everybody in the comments was like, that's what you get. That's what you get for supporting Trump. But I don't think he was really a Trump supporter. I think he was just like incognito. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like when Bugs Bunny dresses up like a woman, it's like, he went that way. Like, I think this man just knew that any day now ICE would pull up to his job, so he wore the shirt and so that he could be like, what do you mean? Come on, it's me, baby, come on. I was at the rally, you remember.
You think that actually happens, Brian? You go just blend in with the pack, put some, you know, just wolf in sheep's clothing. Just no, I'm one of you. I know not. I know say no say Trump.
You know,
24.
it's really funny that you bring that up and that you've timed these two stories together. That there's another way to pretend that you're somebody else. There's a kind of person pretending to be another kind of person, and he, she, it, they made a song to promote their book or something. And I'm
whatever these people do.
I'm only gonna play a little bit of this.
On a walk through the Dylan Hour, feeling sweet, feeling sour. I feel nothing. The Dylan Hour. My couch is open. It's better than therapy. All you soccer moms, all your theys and thems, all your bottom boys, my bisexual femmes. Come one and all, disassociate with me. It's free. Grab a drink or two or...
Oh, that's disturbing.
Oh, come on, Brian.
Like, the production on this is very high value. They probably someone paid a bunch of money to make this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's the set. That's the camera, the lights, the production crew. Yeah, there's some leftover USAID money. That last little bit that got pushed out, that like 50 billion. Yeah, a good chunk of that went to fund Dylan Mulvaney's podcast.
It's getting spent fast.
He's
got
USA money, 100%.
It's getting spent in a hurry. And you know what? I feel sad. I didn't get any of this Ukraine money, USAID money, nothing. I'm just here paying taxes into the system, and I'm not getting no Toyota Helix, no M240. What the heck, guys?
Yeah. What kind of weird little modern day Hugo Boss Nazi uniforms do I need to wear to get some Ukraine money? Like, Do I?
You're
do I have
just
to be a failed
you're not.
performance comedian?
You know what it is? I never put the Ukraine flag or any of the other flags in my bios on social media. And I think that's why I haven't received any money.
Yeah. You're missing the lapel pin. And then
Is
the
it too
giant
late?
flag in the back.
I think it's too late. I can't just go
Yeah.
put a Ukraine flag big in my X profile and get a check anymore.
That would be funny though. Like now that like Ukraine or any of these fads, these NPC fads, like kind of like fade away. If you went out right now, like in the beginning when they first invaded, if you went out like hard, like like waving the flag and having the bumper stickers and the lawn little like go above and beyond, like it just popped off like everyone was. I remember that riding through neighborhoods and a lot of they would have the little lawn flags, and then either like they would put it on their house and like all this kind of stuff, man. It's
Yeah.
remember those days?
No, dude, those days are still there if you go drive to the right cities. You go to San Francisco, Boulder, Colorado, those days are still here. In fact, there's probably a new flag that we haven't seen yet because it hasn't started trending, right?
That's right.
There's probably a whole new flag, a whole new sign, a whole new thing. The NPCs are being programmed as we speak.
That's right. It should be no bad says I need to dress like Dylan. Maybe we should put that on the wheel of punishment for next week.
I vote no, thank you.
I don't have a cocktail dress, so we'll have to see what we could do there.
Eggs got cheaper, everyone. Just a heads up. At the local market, they did get cheaper. I'd still like to see them more. I'll just bring it up a few weeks ago on this show. I said, watch out, guys. You can basically print chickens. You just convert eggs into chickens. And in 6 weeks, you have 8 weeks, you have eggs. And that's what happened. Joe Biden killed like 100 million chickens, and we had a huge problem. Then we basically printed a bunch more chickens, and now we're solving the problem. The end of the story.
Yeah, it's called. It was on purpose. These prices, and yeah, that's the weird thing about eggs. Like if you just don't eat them, they become chickens, right? Yeah.
Well, you need a rooster involved, but it's not that much. It's not that difficult. Yeah.
The birds and the bees and the hens and the crows or the roosters. Yeah, I did not mean to say, or maybe I did. Don't leave out your eggs you get from the store and think they're going to be chickens. I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that's how it works. But yeah, like with this and with many other things, border crossings down to historic lows are weirdly around this like end of January, early February. Something happened. Egg prices went down. Inflation's starting to go down. Border crossings are going to like just like this like sharp decrease. I can't put my finger on what possibly could have happened. I could have caused this.
Oh,
What do you think, Brian?
also, all these listings are going on the DC market around the same time.
Yeah, really weird. Really weird. I wish I knew what was going on.
The money printer was going brrr, and then it stopped.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely not because this guy that we're about to show next has been sticking around. That's for sure.
He's been voting against all sorts of stuff.
About it being a bad policy at all?
My hearing is not what it used to be.
Tariffs, Senator. Your comment is about tariffs. Tariffs. Comment about tariffs.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a fan of tariffs. I hope it works.
That's it. That's
You gotta
all we
laugh.
got.
You just gotta laugh.
Oh.
That guy should have retired 12 years ago, and we should have had Senator Massey in there for the last 12 years. We've wasted him in the House. But I swear I'm moving to Kentucky. I will help Thomas Massey to the best of my ability win next year. Gosh, that would be so great. That's what I'm looking for, guys. Who's with me? Who's coming? Who would come to Kentucky to help me knock on doors for Thomas Massey in the primary season? Anybody? Anyone in the chat?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Get Massey. He has to commit first, though.
He's got to do that.
He's a sly little thing. He likes to be very coy, but I don't know. I think he'll do it.
I wonder if his spat with Donald Trump, he's timing it based off that. Like, let Trump be an attack dog onto some new issue. Maybe talk to people behind the scenes.
Cool off.
Get some endorsements so that when you announce, you get endorsements at the same time. This is the time of the year to do it, but it doesn't have to happen today. It needs to be like the next 3 months. Hey, my wife has said she'll move with me to Kentucky. That's awesome. Thanks,
Wow.
Melody.
I would hope so, but I'm glad that we have that confirmation.
Glad we talked about it.
You're learning about that on Liberty Tonight, where freedom never sleeps. Guess what, honey? You're moving to Kentucky. Well, I mean, she seems she's cool with it. And yeah, on the Mitch McConnell part, I think we need to. If I was benevolent, I'm benevolent dictator of my own realm, but if I was also the benevolent dictator of the United States, I would institute a rule where if you freeze up once on live television while you're doing your job, you're done. Like that's it. Like, we need you to be coherent and have a brain. So
I'll give you I'd say like you get one freeze up, but the freeze up comes with a trip from a doctor. You're gonna get methylene blue. You're gonna get all these. You're gonna get all the supplements that RFK has got in his goodie bag, and then if that doesn't fix the issue, you're done. That's me being compassionate.
That's right. That's right. I could live with that.
Yeah, you get one, but like, there's no sitting over here like this with your aide saying how you're voting. Like, she votes aye. She votes aye.
Well, it's like, who was it? Feinstein.
Yeah, it was Feinstein where the aide spoke in.
Man, all right.
Well,
know.
you gotta go.
Not term limits, but we need age limits.
Well, the other thing that people don't realize is, well, we probably do realize is, family and friends are making bank off the government, and if mom retires, we could all go to jail. The gravy train's over.
That's right.
We just can't stop. Mom, you can't retire. You just gotta wheel yourself in there. We'll find you a nice home in DC, but you retire, the game's over. So please do it for the children, for our children.
It's Nomad says, give him the old yeller.
Mhm. Take them out back.
Yeah, metaphorically speaking, of course.
How about hand him an M4 and put him on the front lines in Ukraine? They voted for it.
Yeah, that's right. Barney Styles says it's a huge mistake for the Dems to latch onto the egg prices as a point of attack. It's bound to go down eventually. Yes. They're just drawing more attention to it, and then everyone's looking at it and they're like, oh wait, it actually is going down. Yeah, I don't understand their strategy at all. I don't think they have a strategy. It's the most bizarre, like, to seeing them so coordinated and so surgical the past 12 years since Obama, whatever, to see like, especially even with the CR that they just passed, like Schumer just being like resistance, and then like, nah, we're good. But hey, AOC, she's the future.
Let's see what this is.
Which means I'm single, and honestly, that would usually be totally fine, except my friends invited me to a group holiday in the French countryside, and I am literally the only single person on the trip. Being surrounded by happy couples is one way to send me into an absolute spiral about my love life or lack thereof. I was feeling lonely and kind of jealous of my friends for having partners, but I really sat down and questioned whether I would want my ex-boyfriend there with me if the circumstances were different and we had never broken up. I just know that his presence would have really changed the dynamic of the group. My friends are all pretty liberal, globally minded people, We've all
What are
moved
they
abroad,
making?
so we're all immigrants,
I
and we can
it's
talk deeply
it's
about women's
this
rights,
just
immigration,
if you're
and global
watching a video of people, if they're not talking, you're not saying what their political whatever is. If they're in a villa in French countryside and they're eating or making food that you don't even know what it is, that's privilege, man. Like this woman is bitching about having a conservative boyfriend and now having broken up with him because of those politics and being lonely on a trust fund vacation. Uh, man, this is why they're losing because they're so freaking out. Oh God. Oh geez. I don't know if that just flashed on the screen, but those men have never, ever picked up anything that weighed more than 25 pounds in their life. Good God, that was horrible.
Oh man,
just everything about that video and what I just oh God, it just flashed up on Rumble. Everything about that, I hated it. I hate them. I hate what they're doing. The fact that they're talking to me like this when they clearly are trust fund babies.
Feel great about that guy that got out of that relationship, though. What were you?
Yes.
What were you doing, man? What were you doing? You know that was the wrong relationship. You dodged a bullet.
A bullet.
You did not need to be in that relationship, and you should have left earlier. Do better next time, man. You're really conservative. No, like really right-wing guy gets in a relationship with a girl like that. Like, no.
Yeah. And speaking of guys that have never lifted more than 25 pounds, these guys are about to show you have, but in the most ridiculous way possible. Me being a gym rat, this really gave me the cringe.
I'm putting it on mute just because of the music.
Got any weightlifting folks in here? What is this? What is this routine that they are doing? The most no form, and then they just bust out like 4 or 5 quick reps.
In no range of motion either.
No range of motion.
You're supposed to do like the middle 10%. Call that a rep?
No. This is bizarre. And I see why everyone hates these guys. Like I don't venture into like the right wing graper misogynistic world that these guys and like Nick Fuente and all that. Like I've seen videos of them slapping around women like I'm gonna try to do his like weird Canadian Malaysian. They wanted me to do that. I don't know, whatever he says, but like, dude, y'all are weird. Like, I don't understand why they're so. They're objectively just strange looking, strange talking, strange acting.
I wonder if it's like he was a world champion kickboxer.
Okay.
So like he was number
That's where
one number one in the world, Andrew Tate, for kickboxing, American kickboxer. So I don't understand what they're doing, but he's also pretty old. And and he's rich enough to afford some steroids. So I would at least bet on some steroids.
Barney Styles says that's the Insta Pump circuit training. Yeah.
The point is to look good for one picture, not to build muscle.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe
It's just we don't understand. That's all this is we don't understand. I can't ask Grok what the heck.
What are they doing? Yeah, maybe, but his brother has. It's a weird like cockatiel thing that's flapping around up there on his head. I don't know, whatever.
Okay, so
I don't want to see oiled men anymore.
We're moving past the enjoyable, funny videos into the serious stuff that really matters.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you. And I don't know what to think about it, having watched it.
pyramids at the Giza Plateau and the plateau itself is so incredible, so awe-inspiring and narrative shattering that I have been sitting here for the last hour trying to wrap my head around the implications of what we were just told. So this is pretty much breaking news because the new findings were announced on the 16th of March at a press conference held by the team who were studying the Great Pyramid of Giza with a non-invasive technology that was first developed by Filippo Bionde and Corrado Malanga called synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography. So this was used to explore the internal structure of the Great Pyramid of Giza. And this method leverages the analysis of micro movements typically generated by background seismic activity to achieve a high resolution full 3D tomographic imagery of the pyramid's interior and subsurface components. The recent findings from deploying this technology are nothing short of mind-blowing, because what's been discovered is that there are huge structures coming down from the base of the pyramid deep into the bedrock, in fact over 600 meters deep, which then connects to structures that extend up to 2 kilometers below the surface of the ground. 2 kilometers. Massive internal structures connected to the base of the pyramid and extending deep down. This is what we know so far. Utilizing high-resolution radar images from Capella Space and Umbra, which are 2 private companies that specialize in satellite-based synthetic aperture radar imaging. This has allowed researchers to create a 3D model of the internal structure of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Now, this model has revealed a previously unknown chamber with 5 horizontal levels and a sloping roof, which in of itself is an architectural design unlike any previously documented in the Giza Pyramid. But the most shocking discovery lies beneath the surface. Below ground level, radar tomography has identified vertical cylindrical structures extending for hundreds of meters beneath the pyramid. There are 8 of these cylindrical wells arranged in 2 parallel rows, descending to an astonishing depth of 648 meters. Even more intriguing, at the base of these structures are 2 massive cubic formations measuring approximately 80 meters in diameter. The tomographic data suggests that these are vertical wells with intricate spiral pathways. Now, this design not only implies a functional purpose, but also a level of sophisticated engineering that completely blows the dynastic Egyptian model out of the water. I mean, the pyramid itself was already a massive red flag in the ancient Egyptian historical narrative. But now, with this discovery, I think it's become impossible to say that the Egyptian civilizations that we understand, that we've been taught about, were responsible for building these structures. And it doesn't even end there. The radar analysis extends beneath the entire Giza Plateau, revealing interconnected structures beneath not only the Great Pyramid of Giza, but also those of Khufu and Menkaure. The subsurface network reaches down.
Okay, that's it for now. I'm not going to play the entire video. We now have Axel Brones here. Axel, how are you doing today?
Yeah. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Oh, I've been deep in research, going after the globalists, and this is a spiritual battle, Brian. We fight every day. We're being attacked. Tesla's being attacked, and Trump can't go anywhere. He's inside of his bunker because he's worried about aircraft, surface-to-air missiles. Oh, it's getting crazy, Brian. It's getting crazy.
Yeah, so I haven't even heard this on Joe Rogan yet. You know that this kind of discovery is going on there like any day. So we're breaking the news now. What's the deal? Are these aliens?
Okay, Brian. The globalists and their cabals of secret societies, goes back to the Egyptian societies. That all comes from the Masons and the satanic order, and all these Satanists running around thinking they're worshiping some god. He's not a god, he's a demon, and you're getting the demonic power, and you'll be sucked into a void forever. But anyways, okay. So it comes from an ancient technology that I've been revealing for. I have documents. I have stacks of them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks of documents. And so from the ancient times to now, this is how they're controlling the entire control grid of the United States and over the whole world, is that it comes from the pyramids, Brian. I've been talking about this for 30 years. Nobody believes me. I said there's a power core underneath the pyramids. This is how we get free energy, and they're locking it up, and they're putting it into the AI control grid, and they're just using it and falling it off of our own energy, and it emits these radioactive waves that are giving us all cancer, and the mRNA shots pick it up, and the DNA. It's, I've been telling people for decades, listen to me.
Oh, people aren't going to listen to you. There's a cover-up. I think Trump's in on it. Bill Clinton was in on it. Nixon was in on it. They know what's going on underneath the pyramids. They know that aliens did it. And these giant structures, skyscraper size foundations with complex stuff inside of them, spiraling. This isn't done by the pharaohs of X thousand years ago. This is giants, aliens,
yes,
spiritual beings, something.
Yes, and Brian, just to be clear, these people, these leftists, they go to Costa Rica and they go to Nicaragua and they take the ayahuasca. They see these little devils. They come through and they see everything. There's two different things here, Brian. There's interdimensionals and then there's the extraterrestrials. The extraterrestrials are come from another realm. They're biological androids. They're sent. They're like nanobots from Star Wars, and and then they come onto this planet and then they build things like this. And then there's the interdimensionals. Those are the demons. I've had one come and scratch me, Brian. I was praying to Jesus. I said, Jesus, please save this country. Give us a new 1776 revolution, renaissance of the information age. And then this demon came and scratched me, Brian. It scratched me. It's real. It's a spiritual battle. Everybody out there to go on the info war.
Axel, Entropy Nomad says that this is nothing but a 4,000-year-old troll. A guy named Jethro started digging one day and no one told him not to. Do you think that that's a possibility?
Okay. After though that I see him on the show a lot. He's super smart color. I love taking these comments because the callers come in. It's from left wing, right wing. Things I didn't even think about that come back into my memory. I have a photographic memory, but as you get older, so the original demon that helped construct and bring about this whole global order. His name was Jethro. I have the documents. I have everything here for my deep research, my photographic memory. And I've been working out, and the weight's just dropping off, and Jesus is real. And I was given this message, and I have the documents. And what was I saying? I'm like 60 years old now.
Oh, Axel.
Not what it used to be.
I got the documents right here. They say that men are from Mars and women are from Venus, and they built the pyramids in a day, and they used time travel. And I think that's it. As you heard here on Liberty Tonight, guys, we got the facts. We got the documents.
That's right. That's right.
We'd love to know what you think happened, what you think the real truth is for the pyramids. That's it for Axel Brones. Axel, is there any supplements you want to sell? Anything? This is Liberty Tonight, where freedom never sleeps.
Yes, on our website we have great new suppository supplements. You go, people take it orally, or you want to smoke it, or doing all of these things. No, that's not how you get the absorption. You get the absorption through the anus. So suppository supplements. Go right now to my website. We're on air because of you. We're getting attacked by the deep state every day. All my crew's been swatted. We're just fighting the battle every day. I'm right here working like 16 hours a day. So just put them up your butt and support the war.
All right. Thank you so much, Axel. Hope you have a wonderful evening. We will see you next time. All right, everybody. We have a wonderful bit I wanted to show you that coming on next on Liberty Tonight.
With a twinkle in their eye, take it all away and give it to some other guy. The government can. And who can tax the sunrise? Who can tax the trees? Let you run a business and collect up all the fees. The government.
The government can.
And the government can, 'cause they mix it up with lies and make it all taste good. The government takes everything we make to pay for all of their solutions. Like healthcare, climate change, pollution. Just throw away the Constitution. I wrote that, thank you. And who can give a bailout? Tell us to behave. And make the founding fathers roll over in their graves. The government. I don't care if you hate me, I'm gonna sing it anyway. Oh, the government can. And the government can go and mix it up with lies and make it all yummy, 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 yummy.
Guys, this is humor. This is a performance. He deserves a Grammy.
Power hungry and malicious. Their economics are fictitious. Soon we'll have to eat our dishes. Yeah. Delicious. And who can be a failure? In so many ways. And instead of getting fired, hey, we'll give ourselves a raise. California, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, that was awesome. I want to be more like him.
What if Ron Swanson was a talented musicianal comedian?
Guys, the king is invisible. I think we could be more like him in the future.
That's right. We totally can. We absolutely can. 100%.
And he's
we
back.
are here.
We are at Liberty
making it
tonight.
happen. Where did I go? I don't know. Who am I? Who are we even? What is life? What is existence? If you believe some of these scholars of the New Age, we are simply but creatures that are self-projecting our own reality through our brain. But who knows?
Yeah, so if you are going to drink and imbibe, we do have some whiskey tumblers. We got plenty of mugs. You could do water, coffee, alcohol. Have a candle that says Gulf of America. But if you want to drink and drive, there is a loophole.
You cannot get a DUI on a horse in the state of North Carolina. Look it up. Look it up. Now, I can get a DUI when I do my buggy, but I cannot get a DUI on a horse. I was watching this YouTube. You cannot get a DUI.
Hey, you know,
fight the man.
horses-
The horse isn't drunk. The horse will get you home.
Yeah, the horses are sentient beings. Like, do you like? Can you swerve on a horse? Can you slosh over? Like, you may fall off the horse, but is the horse going to like slowly slump over and then just go off onto the shoulder and then just slowly dip into a ravine and then hurtle off into a tree and twist itself around it in a fiery wreckage of.
I do think that the lawyer in me says that if the reins are in your hands, you're liable. But if you tie up the reins and
Just let the horse.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you guys
All right,
think?
Take me home, old. Yeah. What was it?
Country
Famous Mr.
road.
Ed. Yeah, Ed. Take me home.
Do you remember your
know the
first
way.
time?
Yeah!
Giant. Careful.
Go, go, go.
I've never had a big fish like this on
Easy,
a rock.
he's on the boat. He's on the boat. Come closer to me. He's wrapped up.
Yeah, he pulls in a big one. This is some wholesome stuff here.
I think that's fine.
This kid will never turn into Hunter Biden.
One-handed.
I can't.
That is a monster fish.
And I sort of flashed.
This is why being a dad is awesome. I want to go do this with my kids. I was there for my daughter's first fish, and I hope I'm there for everybody's
Ready?
first fish.
512, bro.
That's a crazy big fish. Woohoo! Good job, kid.
Fatherhood is cool. Don't release Hunter Bidens out into the world. Love your children.
Do things that produce children with two parents, right? Just do those things, however you want to do them.
And don't dump their mother when she's sick and marry the babysitter. That's not a good start.
There's a lot of bad ways to live your life. Here's
Yeah.
a fake. This is a test. There's only one answer, guys. We all know the right answer. Don't mark the wrong answer.
Right. Oh, I am with you, good sir.
You got me. You got me.
I recommend everybody who's married to a woman or in a relationship with a woman, send that to her and let her know that you were thinking about her. She'll be most impressed with you. I am for sure on that one.
We would never leave you wrong.
No. We would never make you do something that would have you sleep on the couch. Never.
I don't know. You have a nice couch. I don't want to sleep on my couch. Not my thing.
No.
I'm filtering some of these for rating purposes.
Hey.
Whoa, look at this.
Man.
Look at that big mouth.
Oh my God.
Only in Florida. King, you live in Florida.
Yes.
You do things like this?
Man, we can listen to Mark, man.
Surrounded by the state of Florida.
I'm out here looking for a real.
It's just a scaly puppy. Look, they clearly have a relationship. He is clearly a Florida man. And you know what? I've seen gators being walked like a dog. And this is also to ensure that his neighbor's cats or dog or any creature for that matter will never venture onto his lawn.
Mhm.
There will be no stray dog poop upon his noble grasses. That's for sure.
Barney Styles is wondering where the link is to that. I think you could probably find it for him while we're doing this. But I think
Link to which one?
Probably the check mark.
Oh,
one.
Yes.
Oh, somebody thought it was a good idea to delete a tweet we had saved. Darn it.
Oh.
This is why
well,
people screenshot tweets.
Yeah. Boo.
Smelling salts versus mom.
Alarm clock.
Have you ever done smelling salts?
I've smelled smelling salts before, but I've never been woken up by smelling salts.
I've seen videos of hockey players when they're on the bench about to go out on the ice that will like break the thing and just like I guess it's a loud enhancement. Is it like it gets you super alert?
People have smelling salts for when you get knocked out. I don't know why anyone would want to do it when you're not knocked out. The one time I've been near it, you could smell it through the bottle.
Is it like vinegary? Is it burning?
No.
Maybe that should be one of our wheels of punishment.
I mean, like it doesn't smell like skunk, but you know how skunk has a smell. Smelling salts is a whole nother smell. It's like an overwhelming smell. And you can smell it like through the bottle. Like
interesting.
Like with it all closed up, you can smell it. It's crazy.
All right.
Now
maybe we need to
I bet there's
salts live on air.
I bet there's a whole like plethora of different types, and I don't know where the one time I was near one and smelled one where it was on the spectrum of like intensity. but I'm not that interested in finding out like it's like the hottest pepper. It's a whole competition I don't want to play.
Yeah, I just went to Amazon to put some in my cart, and I put SEM or SME smell, and the first recommended was smelling salts, and the second recommended was smell-proof bags for marijuana. What? Amazon? Jeff Bezos? What? Is that really what?
You're probably gonna want both of those things together because you're gonna want to put the smelling salts in the smell-proof bag. Because like if there was ever any kind of thing where it got out, it would ruin a car. Like you would have to sell. I would imagine you'd have to sell the car if it got like if it exploded in your backpack in a car or something.
Barney Styles said he sent that to his wife. Yeah, let us know. Let us know. If she was impressed, you owe us. But if she's mad at you, it wasn't our fault.
So, The Daily Show has moved from a comedy into like a really dark place.
Yeah, this is liberal freakouts.
The parking lots. Tonight, the FBI and ATF now investigating multiple cases of possible arson targeting Teslas and Cybertrucks.
This dramatic video shows multiple cars in flames. Police say the attacker used Molotov cocktails. It's the latest in more than a dozen instances of arson and vandalism targeting Tesla.
The same suspect shot more Teslas with a gun. Tesla Cybertrucks were set on fire in Kansas City, and earlier this month, shots fired at a Tesla dealership in Oregon.
Now, here's the question. Is that somebody pressing an applause button? Is that like is that just one really deranged person, or is that really like the crowd? Because you don't get to see the crowd. You don't know if there even is one.
So I do remember, I don't know if it was this show specifically, but I think there's like maybe 5 rows and then 3 sections of rows. So there's probably like between 30 and 50 people in the audience. And it sounds like 5 to 10 of them are cheering for this. So no, I think it's completely authentic. I don't think they would have put in cheering and laughing intentionally because the host afterward is like, oh, okay, so we're cheering for arson. But yeah, no.
But you never know. You never know. It could be somebody editing the video after the fact who's watching TV and just like copy and pasting sound effects and mailed it in and is finding out that this is wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, burning electric vehicles with gas, fossil fuels, and then shooting them. Whee! Guns and gas are good now. Like liberals are transforming into this weird version of 1990s and early 2000 neocons. Guns
and
war. Gasoline, oil, war, arson. I don't know if neocons were into arson.
There's a video of the rolling coal people, or like these guys rolling coal, like where you gas it with a diesel and you throw diesel dust at people. And there's videos of people doing that to the Tesla protesters.
Yeah.
So like we have this really weird electric cars, diesel rednecks unite. Like they're now all on the same team.
That horseshoe that is like huge monster truck diesel bros. The most I mean, they were them and Prius drivers were also always the most obnoxious drivers on the road. But yeah, so for the diesel, carbon bros to be, shaking hands with sensible, moderate Democrats who, thought they were saving the environment by getting a Tesla. Yeah, like how many, like there were so many stories that came up too. Like I'm Jewish and somebody scraped a swastika on my Cybertruck, or I'm black and they smashed up my Tesla. How many people are driving these Teslas who were like just on your side like a year ago? Right? Like this is crazy.
Dude, they've sold millions of cars. Worse. They've sold millions of cars and people like the cars. This is This is perfect. Like if I were to
I
ask
voted for
for
Obama twice. Like, why are you why are you
this,
destroying my car?
so this isn't a black guy got killed on TV and it's national news during a lockdown, right? Like
Right.
nobody's going to change their profile pictures to support these terrorists. Like they're only hurting their side. That's taking the Democrat approval rating from whatever 30 to 15. Like this is going to be a win for everybody that they're acting like this and taking some really bad moments. Like they took this illegal immigrant who's a criminal and now they're all rallying behind him. I forget his name, but like Mohammed or something.
The Hamas guy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like you guys aren't picky. Like Rosa Parks was picked on purpose for being an exemplary figure, right? Find someone who's getting deported who's like they work for a church feeding the homeless and they're the nicest person in the neighborhood.
Right.
You're doing it wrong.
Right.
Like you guys are going to
Yeah.
lose your own PR value. I'm sorry for telling them how to do this.
Yeah, they won't listen to us.
Yeah, here's what
They think they're smarter than us.
here's one of the ladies that's smarter than us.
People keep correcting me, telling me that it's Cybertruck and not Tesla truck. I don't fucking care. I don't care what it's called. I hate them. I hate them. I need them off the streets. I need them off the road. I need them off the highway. I need them out of my town. I need them out of my country. Fuck.
Oh.
I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of Tesla trucks. Cybertrucks. Fuck. People keep correcting.
Guys, this
Our
is
country?
They're not sending their best.
She wants to use guns and gasoline to get these people out of her country. Man, wow.
They're not
This
sending their
is,
best, guys. This guy's wiping his fat butt and then wiping the Tesla on
Yeah,
camera.
This is what an incredible time to be alive. I love it. Like who can be bored during these times? Who can call the Tesla truck? Yeah. Like who man, Brian, aren't you having fun? Aren't you enjoying life? Isn't this all,
it
oh
is.
my God.
It's freaking awesome. And
Ugh.
here's the deal. Let me make this pitch to any liberals with their Cybertrucks that want to turn them in. Look, have you been stuck with a Tesla and now it is the wrong thing to have? Selling it for money would in fact be wrong for the current thing. To truly show your commitment to hating Elon Musk, you must give away that Tesla.
Yes.
And in
Yes.
fact, I am here to help you. I want to help you signal to your friends that you are on the right side and you don't like Elon. And I want you to be able to have that video, putting it on a trailer and seeing it go away and not even taking any money for it because you're so self-righteous. If that's you, reach out to me. I'll give you my address for you to give me your Tesla so that you can do the right thing. And I will make sure that you are known for being whatever it is you like. And I promise to use that Tesla only as a conservative, libertarian, right-wing, we'll put Liberty Tonight all over the front of it so that it will never be mistaken for your car again. Okay, back to this show. You think we're going to get one? You think one of the 16 live viewers right now on Rumble is going to tell a friend and they're going to send us their Tesla? I hope so.
Yeah.
You share that with your friends. Let's get one.
Yes.
There's so many of these
Pay tribute to your
videos
king.
of these crazy people. This guy's just holding this middle finger up. Got nothing better to do.
Yeah. Like this poor woman. Like this imagine being a woman too, a liberal woman maybe even so. And you're just you have your little pink Cybertruck. You thought you were so cute. You were like a 22nd century Barbie. You're in the future. You got your space boots on, and then this creep is making you feel uncomfortable. Like these are the same people that want men to be in your showers and play in your sports. This guy right here that's essentially harassing a woman. Like you saw that it was a woman with children in the car, and I don't get it. I don't understand it at all.
I think I would come up with the standard comment of, is your car resistant to bullets? Just a question. Is your door panel resistant to 9mm?
Yeah, I mean,
unrelated question, just curious.
It would be a good way to boost that upgrade for it's only what like $15,000 more to get the bulletproof glass. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in an armored truck. You in an armored car over there, buddy?
Get a good brush guard on there so you can do some ram action. Yeah.
Yeah, put
Beef
on
up the
like
security.
big cattle guards, like wrapped around, so you can push around people.
It is coincidental that obviously he's been working on this truck for many, many years, but to have the most noticeable car that's been on the road for the past 30 years, if not, I mean, probably since they relaunched the VW Bug.
Look, it looks so cool.
It stands out like a sore thumb, and then for that to become a target of a national far left, violent, arsonistic, vandalistic campaign, like how coincidental was that? That ends up being like the car that gets targeted. So
okay, last video of the night before we do peasant of the week.
Yeah,
this is what you should do instead. Wear a MAGA hat around New York City.
Notice the gender and complexion of most of these people. How many college degrees have you counted so far?
The funny thing is there's millions of people in that bubble that have never met anyone who votes Republican, never voted for Trump. I don't know if that's true anymore, but it was.
Are they real? Like, oh my God, it's a MAGA guy. It's a Trump support. Oh my God, they're real. How do you think he got to be the president? You dummy. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We are at the end of the show. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I've had a blast. I hope you have as well. This is Liberty Tonight, where freedom never sleeps. We are here every Thursday, 9 to 11 Central, here on the For Liberty Network. If you're seeing us here, watching us live, give us a follow. Come in the chat next time. But we're definitely looking forward to seeing you next week. And we always end the show with Peasant of the Week. Peasant of the Week. And this is where I pick somebody among my fealty. You're all equally, worthless. But sometimes you do something that amuses me to some extent to where I feel like I can impart some of my godliness upon you and give you a blessing, so that maybe you'll survive one extra day on starvation. So, the Peasant of the Week this week is Harry Sisson. Yes, the noble lad that hath a creweth of hens.
What?
Following him about. He is annoying. He is a shill. He is a DNC plant. But
I don't believe you. He's not a peasant of the week.
But
he's a deviant.
He showed great skill and charisma in being able to parlay these women for as long as he did. He is young. I have faith that the young lad, once he knows more of life, will come to our side eventually. He will not stay once he gets hair on his chest and stubble upon his face, he will become one of us.
He'll pull a Cuomo.
Call it now.
He'll pull a Chris Cuomo. Just like hop
Cuomo,
the fence.
He will become, get on. He'll boost his testosterone somehow. He'll he'll drop the soy, and he will become him and Kyle Rittenhouse will become best friends. I'm making that prediction tonight. So maybe Brian, I will concede. I giving him this honor in perpetuity into the future that he become the man that we know he could be. So you have half of it now, and you get the other half of the Pez of the Week when you grow some hair. How about that?
All right. Thanks for staying with us through sound troubles and all sorts of fun. We look forward to hopefully seeing you this time next Thursday night, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Until next time, I'm going to play us out with some what a